826-2021 only. Mr. Clerk, let's go through the roll of the people who've signed up to make comments.
Chairman, there's one individual in our queue by the name of Mr. Bruce Paterson.
Okay, Mr. Paterson, the floor is yours.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Commissioner Board. This is Bruce Paterson, Garwood, New Jersey. I do appreciate Bidley Taylor being proactive in actually answering what I was expecting to ask on this ordinance. Just for further clarification, that $16.8 million, exactly what is this for? The title of the ordinance doesn't say anything at all except government complex reference. But anyway, I'd like a full breakdown of items and costs for the public so they understand why the taxpayers are footing the bill for $16.8 million. As to her explanation for the capital improvement funds and the capital surplus, it's leftover monies. So I guess we're not borrowing, as you noted. So that's great. I'm happy to hear that. The question is, so this capital surplus from the cancellation of whatever other bonds, this is an offline item out of the budget, because I know there's all those other line items that are not in the budget. It's some separate balance sheet. So I guess, is that where the money is sitting right now? That's going to pay for the $16.8 million. And I assume that's what you're saying is that we're not going to borrow any of the $16.8 million, that we're actually going to be able to fund it with cash on hand. So those questions would be great if somebody could clear it up. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Patterson. Director Taylor, can you further address that, please?
Absolutely. Through you, Chairman. First, it's important to note that we have nothing that is offline. All of the finances are actually fully disclosed, and they are addressed either in our AFS and or annual audit. The budget that many people are familiar with only deals with the current fund. In the state of New Jersey, all local entities, we actually operate off of what's known as fund accounting. So the operating budget is dealing with Fund 1, which is our general ledger. As far as the capital improvement fund and the capital surplus, that's in the capital fund. So when we need to appropriate items out of the capital fund for any projects, we then have to have an authorization which comes to the board via an ordinance. And in this case, we're appropriating $16.75 million for the UC government complex. Some of that, of the 16.75, $15 million of it goes to the GMP for the proposed redeveloper to construct the project. 1.75 goes to what we call the owner's rep and the construction administrative services, the soft costs associated with ensuring that the redeveloper actually constructs the building consistent with our bridging documents. So it's more the technical piece of compliance dealing with this project. So 15 is hard costs, and the other 1.75 is dealing with the soft costs for the project.
Okay, Director, thank you very much. Noting there's no other comments, I will formally close this portion of the meeting and ask Commissioner Hudak to please move ordinance number 826-2021 for final reading.
Thank you, Chairman. I move ordinance number 826-2021 for final reading and authorize the clerk of the board to advertise same in accordance with the law.
Thank you, Commissioner Hudak. May I have a second, please?
Second, Chairman.
Seconded by Commissioner Kowalski. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, Chairman. Commissioner Garrettson. Commissioner Granados.
Aye.
Commissioner Hudak.
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Yes.
Commissioner Leone.
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad.
Aye.
Commissioner Staton.
Yes.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Chairman Mirabella.
Aye.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative on ordinance number 826-2021.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Clerk.